Hey everybody, welcome to Shooting the with Yankee. As always, I'm Yankee, so let's start shooting. Tonight's topic is an easy one. It's one you're not even going to have to think about when you answer it because it's something you should already know. And it's, why did you start carrying a gun? Why do you carry a gun? What's your reasoning? Do you carry it because I live in a dangerous neighborhood, or I've got a family I need to protect, or it's my constitutional right, so I do it? Doesn't matter what it is, it's your reason. So there's no right or wrong. Why do you carry a gun? Why did you start? Why do you do it now? What is your justification? What is the reason in your mind that you go to the extra trouble? Because it is extra trouble. Not only is it extra trouble, it costs money to buy a gun and have ammunition and all that stuff and train with it, everything else. So you're taking on a responsibility there. Also, there's danger involved in it. You're putting yourself at a small degree of risk when you carry that wouldn't exist if you weren't carrying. So you have to be prepared for that. And you have to accept that. So you obviously made a decision that it was worth it. So what was that reason for you? For me, it's easy. I grew up in a way that, military and law enforcement was always part of my life. So when I got to be a certain age, I joined the military, I joined law enforcement, I worked security at bars. So I had to have a gun with me, etc. when I was younger. So it was just kind of a way of life, and I never really thought about it. I was always, it's a tool that helps you get through your day. I keep a flashlight in my pocket. I keep a knife in my pocket. I keep a gun on my hip. I'm prepared. I like to be prepared. Didn't really think all that much of it when I was younger. But as I got older, especially when I started having kids, I started thinking, well, I want to be able to defend my family. I can handle myself in most situations, but, you can't handle yourself in all situations. And a firearm can be a real equalizer in those types of situations. And I never wanted to be in a position where my life or one of the members of my family's life was on the line and I was helpless. And things that reinforce that for me all the time is when you see things like the recordings, the voicemails the people at the Pulse nightclub were leaving people, or the people in Europe when they were having the attacks in the theater over there, the voicemails they were leaving their family and friends. I'm hunkered down somewhere. They're approaching. I don't have anywhere to run. I don't have any way to fight back. The same thing with those people that were in the bathroom at the Pulse Club. He's coming down the hallway. He's going to be at this room in a minute. There's no way out of here. We've got no way to fight back. I don't ever want to be in that situation because that was so desperate and so helpless. I don't ever want to be that desperate or that helpless. If I ever go down, it's going to be because I royally fucked up, not because I didn't have a chance. I want to have a chance when it comes to defending myself or defending my family. And that's why I carry. It's not why I started, because like I said, I kind of grew up and took career paths that caused me to carry. And back when I was a kid and, guns were just a part of life when you lived out in the country like we did on a farm. But as an adult, the reasons I carry are the ones I just stated. Let's see how other people feel over here. Why did they start carrying? Let's see if anybody has weighed in over here. I know a lot of people don't want to answer this question because they're like, oh, people are going to get mad at me because I didn't say the right thing. There is no right thing. It's your right to carry. And if you choose to do it just because it's your right, or just because you like guns, you think guns are neato, that's good enough reason. So don't be afraid to weigh in. Edgar Cortez said, to be able to defend myself, my family, and loved ones in the remote event of an immediate, unavoidable danger of death or serious bodily injury. Well, that pretty much summed it up for me too. A lot more eloquently than I said it. But, in that rare chance that something like that could happen, I want to be prepared. I don't want to ever have to be the one leaving that desperate, emotional, helpless voicemail for your loved ones saying goodbye. Doesn't sound like something I want to do. Mr. Furley said, America, that's why I carry. Okay, one, I'm going to say this actually is wrong because I don't think it's America. I think it's Merca. So I think you messed up there a little bit. Doc Camp, haven't seen him in a while, cause I'm an old man and can't go hands-on. Well, don't sell yourself too short. I'm an old man too. But I found out there tonight I can still go hands-on when I need to. I would rather not. I'm still healing. Look, I've still got the marks on my elbows. They still ain't faded away. The scabs are gone, but I still have the marks on my elbows. My ears all healed, but otherwise, it's taken me forever to heal from it. Used to be you'd be fine in a week. Light blue oyster cult. In case I run into a psycho I can't get away from. Well, that's a good reason. I'd stay away from most psychos, but if you can't always stay away from them. I like to tell friends of mine that are always like, stuff like that will never happen to me. People don't do shit like that to me. I'm like, have you ever watched that show, Locked Up? And you see the people in there, the people that would kill you as soon as look at you. Well, those people exist, and you don't get to control where they are. You don't get to say, well, I stay in my nice, safe little neighborhood. They don't live here. Well, that don't mean they ain't going to come there. And it's a very remote possibility. But even if it's just 1 in a million, isn't that enough of a reason to be prepared? I think it is. You wear your seatbelt for that 1 in a million chance you're going to wreck your car or whatever it is. So I believe in being prepared. Fire Goozy said, started when I became a father and eventual husband of a wife with a disability. Are you her disability? I could believe that. After wife passed, was a single father that wanted to ensure I was there. Well, that's a good, because you want to stay alive for your kids, not just protect your kids. At one point, your kids grow up and they protect themselves, but you still want to be there for them. You don't want them to lose their parent. So that's what I've told people before about getting involved in self-defense situations. Or like if a couple of guys ran into the mall with AKs shooting people and you've got your carry gun and you go try to stop them. No, I'm horribly outgunned. Unless I've got a severe advantage, like I'm up above and they can't even see me and I'm picking them off, I ain't going to confront 3 guys with AKs straight on with a revolver. That would be suicide. And I have an obligation not only to myself, but to my children to keep me alive. Uncle Ed said, because I can. Better to have it and not need it. And that whole story, plus rough neighborhood. Always better to have it, not need it. That's for sure. You know, I've got road flares and stuff in my car that take up room in my trunk. I have them there. Better to have them if you need them than not have them if you do, or have them and don't need them than need, you know what the fucking story is. But I carry them, and even though I've never once had to use them, I still carry them because that 1 in a million chance. Because it's better to have it and not need it. That's true. Than need it and not have it, which I could not say a minute ago for some reason. I do not know why. That was Tim Allen, by the way, after Uncle Ed there. Mark Calkin used his 38-month WAP chat to weigh in here and said, I carry because it is farcical to believe that laws and morals will prevent criminals or tyrants from imposing their will on me. Well, the tyrants, I think, is more about what you own and keep ready. The criminals is more the reason why you probably carry. Like the tool I use to dispatch a criminal is probably not the same tool as I would use to against a tyrant. You know, different scenarios there, but you know, similar sentiment. I think we got one more person chiming in here. It's Jim Leggins Jr. I carry because I like to. Well, that's good. I like to too. Now I have reasons why I like to. I like that knowing that you're prepared. I also like guns. Just like guns. I think they're cool. I think they're neato. Or the cat's pajamas, as the kids say these days. So I have 1,000 reasons why I like guns and why I carry. So doesn't have to be anything severe. It doesn't have to be, oh, my mom was killed by us, you know, blah, blah, blah. And now I want to be prepared. Or there's evil giraffes or, you know, whatever. You don't have to have a specific reason. It can just be because I like to be prepared. I won't drive a car without my seatbelt on. I don't think I'm going to wreck that car, and I'll probably make it home just fine. Could probably do it my whole life and never have a bad, and never be like, oh my God, I wish I'd worn my seatbelt. But what if I do? What if someone else does something that I don't have any control of, swerves over into my lane head on? You know, if it was just me on an open road, I could probably be safe my whole life not wearing a seatbelt, but I wear it because it's better to be safe than sorry. And it's kind of the same with carrying a gun. So as you can see there, multiple different reasons why people might carry a firearm. What about you? Why do you carry? What made you start carrying? And what reason do you continue to carry? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you want to weigh in on one of these videos in person, you want to be part of the conversation, come to our live chats. We do them every day at 6 p.m., except for Wednesdays when they're at 7 p.m. I hope to see you at one of the chats soon so I can hear your opinion on whatever topic we're talking about. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again.